DK, how good was it to see, guys like Brian, Tommy, Spence, guys who maybe had rough first halves really contribute to that?
Yeah, Brian, Spencer, Tommy, all coming up with huge hits. Brian Reynolds, great at bats today, just all the way through. And especially those guys down at the bottom, some huge two out knocks that really propelled us there. And in big situations with runners on, what we've been looking for, and they came through big time today. And then, Brian, what do you say about his defense? Just, he had the big hits, but the way he played defensively today, he made some plays that were unreal over there.
What did you make overall about the difference maybe in Tommy's approach today?
He's been, like we've talked about, the respect that I have for him, that the team has, the way he's worked through all of this. We talked about it the other day. He got 10 years in the big leagues. He works like he has 10 days. And every single day he's coming in, working his butt off, and to see the results today for him was awesome to see. And the 110 double to left center, and then he goes the other way for a double. Just really happy for him that he's seen some results from the hard work that he's put in.
Is that the best we're going to see with that type of hitter from Horwitz, driving the ball, pulling it today?
Yeah, pulling it. And I thought he had a good swing too when he flew out to left. I thought it was a really good path to it, squared it up. Driving it to, that's him, Yapti. And I think that today was indicative of the type of at-bats that we need to have going up there. Nick Gonzalez goes the other way. Brian Reynolds goes the other way. Spencer hit that ball the other way, and then ended up getting some knocks poolside. But how do we stay within and give what the pitcher and the defense are going to take what they give us and knock in some runs? And we did a good job of that today.
Tony, to your point about Pham, just how have you observed him over the course of this season deal with the frustration of just always putting in that work and trying to make tweaks, but just not getting the results that you wanted, just leading into today?
He's a pro. He's an awesome teammate. He's on the rail every single day, whether he's starting or not. He's always trying to get better, and he's helping other guys get better. The work that he's put in, himself defensively and offensively, but then when you watch BP and he's got Canario and Cruz and with T-Brock out there, they're always working to try to get better, and Tommy's right in the middle of that every single day. He's out there for early BP, and like I said, he works like he's got 10 days in the big leagues, not 10 years.
Spence kind of had that early slump, but over the last week or two, he's been consistently getting hits. What have you seen from him over the last 2 weeks?
It's really tough when you come to a new team, you get traded over, and then he got hurt, and he's dealing with coming off of a wrist injury, which is really tough as a hitter to overcome that and to come in the middle. He gets here late May, and just again another guy that continues to work, continues to put forth the effort, and great to see him come through today in those moments. Something that he's just got to stick with. He's had success in the big leagues. He's going to have success, and we always think that we hope, and as a player, you always think it's going to be linear up, and you're always going to have those peaks and valleys. And how do you continue to work through those valleys and continue to get better? And he's done that.
Well, in the fifth inning, Bailey puts a couple guys on. It looked like he was flying open on the last couple of pitches after the second guy got on. What gave you the confidence as manager or your staff or however that was to stick with him?
Yeah, he's been really good for us this year, and it was a hot day, and for him to go out and make the adjustment and get into the sixth inning for us, got up to pretty close to his max pitch count on the season. He's 90 coming into today. I think last 87, 88. I'm not exactly sure, but on a day like today with the heat and everything, and he was able to make the adjustment in the fifth, and then get an out for us in the sixth, which was great, and to get the win and the team win was tremendous.
How important was it for O'Neill to get that leadoff walk in the fifth inning and then avoid that double play? It just seemed like that started your rally in that fifth inning.
It did, and again, he's not himself right now at the plate. He's still caught a little bit in between, and for him to be able to work that walk and get on, and he would steal in that base. Just the pressure that he puts on a defense when he goes out there, and he's on base where he can steal, go first to third, score on a double. You know, he's as we know, he's one of the fastest guys in the league.
How impressive is it that Key's defense never wavers even when he's going through offensive slumps?
Great point. It's impressive. You know, he continues to go out. I mean, I think I saw something the other day where he's been, you know, it's not even close on defensive runs saved over the course of, you know, however many years. And it's elite third base, and he found a way. I mean, I don't even know how he got the ball to Gonzalez on the one. Nick did a great job on that play too, of getting the ball and hanging onto the base. But for Cabrine to get to that ball and throw, you know, from his backside, and the play before too, where he dove, I think it was second and third maybe, dove in the hole and robbed them of a hit and a couple runs maybe. He had a great game today.
You mentioned the heat. How does that kind of affect pitchers and even the fielders that are just kind of standing out there waiting for the ball to come to them over the course of a game?
Oh man, that was stifling. It was really hot out there, and you know, thinking about the catchers too, Joey getting back there and, you know, really trying to make sure that they're hydrated and you know, doing okay, because it was hot. The starting pitcher, catcher are the ones you worry about, but it affects everybody. You know, especially when you're on the backside of a stretch where we had that long day in Detroit, coming home, you know, trying to get back on track after 2 losses, and for the guys to respond. We go down early 2-0, and for them to come back, and you know, Bailey to hold the line there, and it was a great win.
Thanks.
Thanks.